Where were you born?
Orlando, Florida, in the trenches, Pine Hills, Florida, in fact.
And still reside in Orlando today?
Yes, sir, to this day.
Now, what was that like for you growing up in Orlando? Can you paint that picture for us?
Fun, tragic, hell, you know, the simple hood life. But shit can get better if you try to make it better, you know. That's just how you gotta make it in the city.
So you've experienced both sides, fun and hell
Hell
at
yeah.
the same time.
Fun and hell. You got the good days, then you got the rainy days, you know, you lose partners. You go to jail. A lot of shit shit just try to shake you off your pivot, you know. But you gotta stay level-headed and keep moving, pushing through that shit. That's how I do it, you know.
Sounds like street stuff.
Yeah, street shit, regular street shit.
You got involved in the streets pretty young?
Yeah, pretty young. Young age, wish I could take it back, you know. A lot of shit that I done did, but that's what make you today. But I don't let none of that shit break me.
Some people, they don't wish they could take anything back. Why do you feel like that? Why do you feel like if you wish you could, you would?
I wouldn't. It'll fuck everything up. I'd probably be lame. I'd probably be a Sherman ass nigga. I like the way I am right now. I wouldn't change for shit.
Now, when it comes to the streets, right?
Yeah.
Street activity, how young did that start for you? What age? What grade?
Like when I jumped out the porch type shit. Shit, probably around like 13.
13 years old.
You been going around the corner and shit, hanging out with your dogs and shit. But you ain't really get your hands dirty or nothing until you really feel me like, well, me, 13, shit, started doing crazy shit, you feel me? Bad, dumbass little shit, you know.
Back then, where you're from at 13, was that too young?
Hell nah. It's younger niggas that's doing it right now. Down there 11, towing cannons, riding in stolos, all type of crazy shit. That shit crazy. You young, but shit in your head, you an old head.
Now, for you, when you got into street activity, was it a friend that put you onto it? Was it a family member that put you onto it?
I wasn't never no follower. I had cousins though, big brothers and shit was on that shit, like rapping, you know, a lot of shit, but I wasn't never no follower to make a nigga make me do something, make me want to be like him or nothing, nah. I looked up to certain niggas though, around me, but not too many of them, like certain ones with squares and shit.
At 13, what do you think then triggered that for you to quote unquote jump off the porch?
Not having shit, wanted to have my own shit, you know. Seeing a lot of shit go left, trying to get it right, you know. It's just a whole lot of shit to it.
You grew up in poverty?
Hell yeah, trenches. Ask anybody who know me. My house, granny house. Shit was crazy.
Was your family ever at some point while you were growing up, were they ever able to move up in class financially?
Hell nah. Hell nah. Bottom of the map, still to this day. Trench life. I wish we could've, feel me, up a level, got up high on that scale, you know, but that's how this shit be.
You mentioned granny, right? Are we talking granny on mother's side, father's side?
My mama's side. I don't really too much know nobody on my daddy's side.
Mom and dad separated for you?
Yeah, I ain't never seen them together. I ain't never seen my daddy got that's dead like that. Seen him like not 2 times, probably about 4 times. Really get to see him like sit down and fuck with him probably like 4 times. But my mama was always on her own, doing her own shit, you feel me? Ripping and running, trying to get it right for us and shit. But after a point, which I got out there and just try to stay above all that other shit and try to get right on my own. That's my mama, I ain't never really need her like that. So I got from around her at a young age, like a lot of niggas can't really do that, get from around their peoples at a young age, bitch, I was gone.
You have siblings?
It's 10 of us.
10 of you?
Yeah, it's 10 of us. It's 10 of us, and then my daddy got like 14, I'm the baby on my daddy's side. So it's a lot of us. But my mama's side, like we real close, all my brothers and sisters, like hella jail bottom, you feel me? And it's the same about me, you feel me? We grew up tight as hell because we ain't never had shit. That's how we, feel me, build a bigger bond and relationship with each other and so click tight. Because we just see how this shit go, real life situations.
Now, you're the baby on your father's side,
Yeah,
but
man.
on your mother's side, where are you on the ladder?
I'm the 6th child. 6 man, James Harden.
So does that consider you, would you be considered a middle child or maybe towards middle, maybe a little less than middle?
Yeah.
A little less than middle.
Because it's 4 of us after me. So yeah, I'd say middle, yeah, damn near.
Now, how many of you and your siblings together were under one roof at a given point of time, living?
I ain't gonna lie, my older brother was always in prison, like from a young age. So that adult one. Then my other brother went to prison. And then it was just the rest of us, and my 2 older sisters branched off later on. Then it was just me, my little sisters, and a couple of my little brothers.
What were the living arrangements like when all of you guys were under one roof?
Oh, granny house, you know how that shit go. Mattress in the living room, on the floor, couches and shit, bunk beds, all type of crazy shit.
How was it decided who got what? Like who would be in
Yeah,
the
I
bed?
better get up first. I'm telling you, if I get to that couch first, you're dead. It's over for you.
So it didn't go by like age or?
Hell nah. Hell nah. Fuck no. Hell nah.
And you've only met you've kicked it with your father on 4 occasions.
Yeah, only cause my nephew, I got a nephew that's older than me, and I always kick it with him and shit, like smoke with him, ride around the city and shit, and he'll take me over there and shit, try to get me cooler with them. But besides that, I ain't never really try to like reach out. Cause I want him honestly to like reach out to me, try to get that connection going, a bond going and shit. Like average father and son shit. But I wasn't really too much looking for it after a while. Once I learned, fuck that, I'm on my own. Bitch, I'm my own man, you feel me?
Has this ever been talked about between you and your father, like this why he hasn't been more in your life or reached out to you, or?
I was gonna try to reach out to him and ask him some shit like that, but he had died while I was in the county. I was in the county jail while he died, so
He passed away.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask from what?
Honestly, I don't even know. Honestly, that's sad to say, but hey,
What age or what grade were you when he passed?
I was 19. It's recent. I was
very
in the county
recent.
yeah.
How do you think, let me ask you this, let me take a step back. Okay, I have so many questions. I'm trying to organize in the best way possible. Okay.
Take your time.
All right, because your biological father wasn't in your life,
Yeah.
Was there another male figure that was in your life?
I got uncles and shit, like big cousins and shit. But I got one uncle, my Uncle Ian. Feel me? They try to move me out there to Jersey with him and shit like that. I end up right back to Florida, Pine Hills. I'm back.
Why?
Can't take me out the hood. The hood forever in my heart. I tried shit. He tried to be there for me and shit like that, like a father figure. But it never really wasn't needed. I always was stuck with my grandma anyway, you feel me? So I ain't really need that father figure shit.
Do you think the dynamic of not having your biological father, I mean, you did have other male figures around, but do you think this separation of your parents, do you think this whole box here, do you think this also led you to jump off the porch to get into street activity? I mean, you were in poverty as well, and you were in that environment too, but do you think parentally this had something to do with it as well, or no?
No. Hell no. Even if he was around or not around, I still was gonna do what the hell I wanted to do. It was my way or no way. Fuck it. But no, I probably would. I would have liked to have him around, Feel me? But it is what it is.
Let's say somebody's watching this right now. Circumstances could be different for everybody, but let's say somebody's watching this and they have to deal with the separation of their parents.
Yeah.
What do you say to somebody watching this that's kind of going through those motions?
Stay strong, level-headed, like, get through that shit. Everything, like, it's gonna go a certain way for you at one point, but some shit gonna lighten up and change up for you feel me?
Now, back to you growing up. I do want to talk about the street side of things in a second, but okay, there was a time in the beginning of the interview where you said there was a tragic moment for you, and there were also fun times.
Yeah.
I also want to explore both of these. So with the tragic moment for you, what do you think the most tragic moment was that you've experienced growing up for you was? Out of all the different things you've endured.
A lot of deaths. A lot of my homeboys. A lot of my niggas going to prison at a young age too. That shit tragic. 10 years or better. 16, 17-year-old. Feel me? But a lot of deaths, like losing my homeboy, like right in front of us, type shit, at a party. Whole lot of shit. Whole lot of crazy shit going on in my city that a lot of bitches will never know about. Feel me?
Which death impacted you the most out of all the different deaths that you've?
My nana, but my dog T-Butter, that shit spooked me.
Why?
That shit, cause the way it happened, I ain't expect it to happen quick and fast. Like time don't wait on nobody. So.
Was this one of your closest friends?
Yeah.
Was this your best friend, perhaps?
Nah, not a best friend, but it's a good friend from the hood, from my neighborhood. Feel me? We all read the same thing, 438, Silver Star. Feel me? Going to school together and shit, seeing each other around the neighborhood. So you know how you build that bond with a nigga, you fuck with a nigga, like you tied in with that nigga. So it was just like that, you know.
How did he pass?
He got shot. Shot in the head.
And grandmother, I didn't know she passed away. She also passed away as well.
Yeah, I was in like 6th, 7th grade. Yeah.
And how did she go?
Cancer.
Do you
I was by her side though when she died, you know. Spent the last moments with her.
Do you know what kind of cancer it was?
Yeah, lung cancer.
Did they find it too late?
They told her it was pneumonia at first, you feel me? So she wasn't really reacting too crazy until she started to go get like treated for certain shit. She found out it wasn't pneumonia, it was stage 4 lung cancer.
And for people that aren't familiar, when it comes to cancer, cancer is diagnosed in 4 stages, with 1 being
Deadly.
the lightest and stage 4 being the deadliest.
The deadliest. Like they gave her like what, 6 months to live. She didn't make it past 2.
Was she a smoker?
Yeah, heavy smoker, drinker. My granny, anybody who know my nana, never turning up. She doing her thing. She got a little Heineken. She smoked weed, everything. She used to do all that.
Was it the smoking that attributed to
the cigarettes, you know, Newports and shit.
Now, somebody watching this, you know, maybe they're dealing with a loved one that's going through cancer. This was stage 4 that your grandmother endured, and you experienced parts of it with her.
Yeah.
What was that like? Okay, she's got stage 4 cancer. What was you dealing with it, coping with it? How did you do it?
I couldn't shake with it at first. Like seeing her shut down and break down like in certain ways, me gotta feed her and shit. Like my mama done went to Atlanta on a trip one time and left me at the house with her. And I had to feed her. And I know that she wasn't eating and shit. That's how I know shit was really getting like, oh yeah, she can't eat no more. Like, shit was getting crazy.
Now, also, too, circumstances could be different for everybody, but do you have anything you would say to somebody watching this that is dealing with a loved one that has some sort of cancer and they're experiencing it?
Take that shit serious and tell your loved ones you love them every day because you never know when it could be their last.
You actually spend the final moments with grandma?
Yeah, right next to her on my bed.
So you actually see her pass away?
Yeah.
How tough was that?
Spooky. That's the type of shit it is, spooky. You know, but through all that, I ain't let it degrade me or nothing, you feel me? I try to build off of it, get strength off of it. Let her legacy live on.
When it comes to your music,
Yeah.
have you made a song about grandma? Have you ever made a song about your close friend that passed away too?
I made my first video I did, it was about T-Butter on the block, like at his house where he got killed at. Everybody was out there, like the whole gang was out there, his family. But my nana, I ain't never really made no song about it, but I said in songs, specific songs. I had a song named Yellow Box, and I said something about it, and I was like, I said, damn, what I said on that bit? Oh, I said, I look for Nana in the closet, I tell her, bless me. Feel me? They keep the conversation dry, but want to wet me. That's real shit. Pain and letters.
Did grandma, did T-Butter, did he see you on the music side of things already, or the music stuff came after their deaths?
Nah, actually, the night he died, I was doing the vlog and the video shoot. So he seen me progressing in the shit at a jump off point, like me starting up to do the shit.
Did he ever do music himself?
Nah, he ain't never do music.
What about
He just like to fight.
what about grandma? Did she see any of the music stuff you were doing?
Granny ain't never see it. She ain't never get to see it.
What do you think T would think of where you're at right now?
Oh yeah, hey, that's why he'll be climbing right now, bro. You doing your shit. Like, bro, this is what we've been waiting for. This is what the hood needed. Cause the hood is so dead and dry. They know that on the ticket right now, like for real, like out the city, out my hood, out the gate, I'm coming.
With the Chop Squad situation, do you think he would be surprised with that?
Yeah. He'll be like, bro, you ain't meet Chief Keef and them? You feel me? You Chop Squad and them, young chopping them. I know you ran Glory Boy. That's all you gonna keep talking about Chief Keef, cause he was fucked up by Chief Keef.
Have you had a chance to meet Chief Keef yet?
No, not yet. I will though. It ain't gonna be on no group of shit though. It's just gonna be on some, feel me, some real nigga shit, one-on-one shit.
Now, because your grandmother passed away from lung cancer and it was attributed to smoking, do you refrain from smoking because of that? Does that...
I smoke every day, all day.
It doesn't scare you away from things such as lung cancer and health effects?
It do. It kind of spook you up, like what the fuck going on inside of your body. But I don't know what the fuck I do without weed. I need it.
Did you ever stop from smoking even if it was a break because of the whole ordeal there?
I want to smoke right now.
Just curious. You know, when it comes to stuff like that, everybody reacts different. Some
Yeah, they
people,
do.
Some people quit, they never touch it, and some people, like yourself, they continue doing it.
Because a nigga see one of their homeboys get popped and be like, oh, I'm out of this street shit, and then spook them up. That's just what come with a lot of shit. You feel me? Consequences and repercussions behind a lot of shit.
Now, if that was the most tragic moment, and you have experienced other tragic moments, but if that was the most tragic moment for you, these deaths, what was maybe one of the, on the opposite side of things, one of the more fun times for you? Most times you had some fun. Can you think back in growing up, one of those experiences of you having some fun?
Yeah, the football days, growing up with everybody, playing football, feel me, from middle school and shit, elementary. We got some shit that used to be on the O, named Wet and Wild. We used to link up out there too. That used to be some fun shit we did.
It was like a water park.
Yeah, a big water park. They shut that bitch down out of. And then, goddamn, everybody used to have cars and shit, like, feel me? Not even if it's not even their car, we in cars and shit. Everybody, you feel me? My city was always fun, but it was always deadly at the same time.
I know you grew up in poverty, and I know there was a time when your uncle tried to get you to go to Jersey.
Yeah.
But was there any possibility, because, you know, these types of things that you mentioned that you have in this environment, you're talking deaths and shootings and this and that, was there any possibility of you moving to a different part of Orlando where you didn't have to experience this stuff, or maybe move to another part of Florida where you don't have to experience some of this stuff?
I was always stuck in this shit, right? It was either goddamn, you gonna go to school, try to play ball, I bet you gonna try to make it out another other way. But you stuck in this shit regardless. So,
what happened to football for you?
That shit was dead. After middle school, I tried that shit. That shit was dead.
You weren't good at it?
Not really. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna sit up here and cap to you like I was a 5-star athlete, top recruit. I did my little thing, but I wasn't too raw. But I was just so fucked up about what was going on the outside of that shit, like what's going on in the neighborhood and all that other shit. So that was out the window.
When it came to street activity, what type of activity did you get into?
Rapping, hanging out, doing what the fuck I want to.
Well, I don't think you go to jail for rapping. There were times you went to jail.
Yeah.
When you went to jail, was it juvenile stuff or was it adult stuff?
I've been juvenile and adult.
Charges you were able to beat or charges that actually stuck?
Charges that I was able to beat. I had a serious ass case that I recently beat. God bless, you feel me? But that shit don't make you cool or nothing, bro. Jail is for lame ass, sherm ass niggas. Nobody should want to be there for cool points.
When you jumped off the porch and you know, you experienced jail, you experienced charges, you experienced death, you experienced people getting shot, things of that nature. Did you know this stuff when you entered into street activity, or no?
I did, kind of, sort of, but, you know, growing up, they don't really let you see too much shit that you really not supposed to see until it's that time. But me being kind of a little advanced around, trying to be around my older cousin them at every second what they doing, trying to observe and suck up what the hell they got going on. That's just where I got all my knowledge from and shit. Like, a bitch can't tell me nothing. I feel like I'm street smart. Smart wherever. Like.
What about a near-death experience? Ever had a near-death experience?
Plenty times.
What was the biggest one?
I don't. There's just a lot of shit going on. Just put it like that. There's a lot of shit going on.
But never been shot?
Nah, I ain't never been shot.
Never been stabbed?
Nah.
Could have been?
Could have been.
Did that scare you? Oh wait, let me hold up. Not scare you. Did that steer you away from the street activity, the street path?
I knew it's what it come with. When you start to see it so much, and it ain't some shit you want to get used to, but that's just what it is. Like, how the fuck you gonna change it? You know when you sign up for this shit and you into this shit, this how it's finna go. So if you know you can't go it a certain way how you want it to go, just stay the fuck around certain shit. Try to stay in your lane, you feel me? Do your own thing. You don't gotta be like everybody else. You don't gotta keep, you feel me, flashing money, throwing your gun there or what. You do your thing. A nigga gonna know you real just by knowing you real.
When it came to getting money, did you ever try your hand at a job?
Yeah, I had a job for like a month. Quit that shit. Told them folks I'm out of here. I left that shit. I worked at Universal Studios. They had me out that bitch taking pictures. I was a cameraman. A lot of folks don't really know that though.
Was that an easy job or tough job?
It was easy, but it was hot as hell. Like, it was hot as fuck outside every day. If you know Florida, you know Florida hot. And then I just see so many different people. Bitch, I be in the days, I be getting dizzy and shit, like. So I just quit that shit. Like, fuck it, bitch, I'm going back to the hood.
Any crazy stories dealing with that job? Anything that happened out of the norm?
Nah.
You never did pass out, though?
Nah, I ain't never passed out. I ain't never passed out that bit.
Because you worked at Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure?
Islands of Adventure, yeah.
Okay. When it came to Islands of Adventure, because you worked there, and it was only a month, but because you worked there, are you sick of Islands of Adventure?
Nah, because I ain't really get to experience the shit like that. I done been to Universal before, though, like, on some shit with a school. I done been to Universal.
I mean, reason why I ask is almost like when somebody has like a fast food job and they work there for a certain amount of time, I always wondered, are they sick of the food because they work there?
Oh yeah, I be hearing shit like that a lot.
So I was wondering, are you sick of Islands of Adventure because you work there?
I know a little bitch who work at McDonald's, she said she hate that shit. I don't know.
When it came to street activity, did you have an exit strategy for that path in your life?
Yeah, because when I see certain others going a certain way, I go the whole different direction. Not saying I'm literally like physically running from people, but I just go with my own mind, my own wave.
Was that tough for you to do?
Yeah, at certain points, because you know you live and you learn. Sometimes you gotta go through shit, you feel me, with certain people around you to know that if they real, they for you, if they gonna crack, you feel me, if they really solid about you, if they 10 toes behind you.
Now, thinking back, hindsight 2020, in your time in the streets, was it worth it? Was the risk worth the reward or what you got out of it?
Everything worth it, to me. Because if it ain't worth it, you ain't got no motherfucking purpose. You just out here, lost cause, lost soul. So yeah, it was worth it.
Your mom's still alive?
Yeah, my mom's still alive. Miss Suzette.
When you jumped off the porch, did you hide it from her at first?
A little piece. I ain't really hide shit from her but the smoking part. But they caught on to when I used to come in the house and fuck everything up. When I'm high. Eyes lower than a bitch. Come in that bitch fucking everything up. That's when they caught on.
When mom finally catches on, what's her reaction to this?
She was kind of spooked, but bitch, I was smoking with the whole family then, at parties and all.
But obviously there's times where you end up going to jail and there's charges brought up against you and things of that nature. Does she try to steer you toward another direction?
Anybody who know Miss Suzette, they know Miss Suzette Snap. That's the person she is. She tried for me. She tried to better me and shit, like. But I ain't saying it ain't work. But I know I learned a lot of shit from her, and out of my knowledge, a lot of shit you can learn from a man, you can learn from a woman too. She just gotta have that strong mindset, and that's what my mama had.
Now, when it came to school, what kind of kid were you in class? How would you describe yourself?
Oh shit, I was a class clown, baddest bitch in that bitch. I walk in that bitch, sit down, the whole class start laughing. I ain't even say nothing, I get in trouble. Type shit.
Why? Go ahead.
Just clowning.
Why such a bad kid?
I don't know, it was fun. Getting to do what you do at home and get to do what you do at school. I was going to school doing everything.
When it came to clowning, now, okay, when it came to clowning, was that a defense mechanism of some
What you
sort?
mean?
Okay, some people, they clown other people or they clown because...
Oh, nah, see, I wasn't cracking and picking on people like bullying.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I just was that nigga you want to be around at school. Feel me? You know I'm finna make a bitch laugh. I'm coming to that bitch fly. All type of shit.
Were you part of a certain crowd?
Certain eras, you know how you go through them certain eras when you had a little cliques and shit. There was a lot of little cliques in middle school.
What about gang activity? How big was gang activity in your city back then?
It's big right now and it's still big. Like it was big back then and it's big now. It's a lot of gang shit going on.
You ever join one?
No, I ain't in no gang. I just rep my neighborhood, you know, where I'm from, 438, 4 Trade, Silver Star.
Why for you never join a gang?
I don't need it. A lot of people join that shit for protection, backup, because they got their peoples in it and shit. I got people blood, I got people that's low, but I just don't, you feel me? I don't need it. I'm me. They gonna respect me and love me for me being me.
People have tried to recruit you, I'm sure.
Hell yeah. My brother, people call me from prison down there every day.
Now, how young did music start for you in your life?
6th grade, young as hell. I had won the middle school talent show.
You did talent shows?
Yeah, I did a talent show in middle school with one of my dog. Well, he used to be my dog back then in middle school.
And you won off of an original song, or was it like a cover?
we did some shit to the, we did a cover to the Rich Kids. Never Did. Yeah.
And that won?
Yeah, we won.
Did you do any other talent shows besides that, or that was the
and
only?
the bitch ass nigga still ain't paid me for winning. He owed me $80 for winning that bitch in middle school. He ain't never paid me.
Have you seen him around since?
I seen him at Walmart. He ain't say nothing about it. I was gonna see if he was gonna say something about it, knowing that I don't really need it, but just to see if he was gonna be, you feel me? He ain't say nothing about it. I should have slapped his ass.
People usually don't mention when they owe money.
Never. They stay the fuck from around you.
Now, okay, you won that talent show. Somebody watching this, maybe they want to enter a talent show and they want to win. Do you have any advice to win a talent show? Anything you would say?
Swag, be yourself. Go out there and show them folks that you really do that shit. Like you ain't just doing it just to do it. Feel yourself too.
Now, did you ever do music classes in school? Did you ever do band? Did you ever do chorus? Did you do things of this nature?
Nah, I was just in class beating on the table, rapping and shit.
Freestyling with other classmates?
Freestyling with doing all that clown shit, you know.
Battle rapping with other classmates?
Nah, not battle rapping, you know, just quick little freestyle.
How good were you at freestyling?
Good, because I used to make it funny, and then I used to just, you feel me? I used to have that shit just going. Like, I could look at some shit and freestyle off of that. You feel me?
Good enough to kick something right now?
Nah.
Not yet.
Nah.
Did you have a song you were promoting when you were in school?
High school, yeah. I was promoting my song "Thuggin' With You."
It got popular?
Yeah, it did. And I think that's what really got me my face in the city with the females. And then from there, once I started dropping fluently, everybody grasped on, you know, started fucking with the kid.
How were you able to get that song popular back then?
Getting all the hoes to fuck with it, like making them post it on their page. And then I had a stripper bitch do a little video to it on my Instagram too, and that really popped it. But I had a whole different other Instagram, like.
Is that, you said the name of that song?
Thugging with you.
Thugging with you, yeah. Is that song available for somebody to stream right now if they wanted to hear it?
It's on SoundCloud and YouTube. Rico Cartel, Thugging with you.
Now, we talked about football. That didn't last too long. Were there any other sports you tried, or that was it, just football?
Just football. Oh, nah. Yeah. Just football. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned, you were a bad kid at one point in school, and, you were also in the streets at one point as well. Were you still, with all this stuff going on, were you still able to complete your high school education?
Yeah, I graduated, but I ain't get no diploma because I was barely there. They just let me like walk the stage, got a certificate of completion.
I see.
Yeah.
Was there any thoughts on furthering your education after you crossed that line?
Nah. I already knew I wanted to rap and shit. And then I already seen I had a little flame and the shit going. I felt like 12 years of school was enough. Fuck that, I'm out of here.
Hindsight 2020, looking back at the decision making there, good with that decision or any regrets with that decision?
Good, because I'm finna be rich as hell.
What was your mom's thoughts on not furthering the education, just stopping right after?
She wasn't mad. She was happy that I finished the little high school shit.
Now, I know sometimes when people are in the streets and they're a bad kid, stuff starts to happen. They may get expelled, in school suspension, then expelled from schools and stuff like that. I don't know if any of that happened to you.
Yeah, I got expelled.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have to go to an alternative school?
Yeah, I went to Excel.
Did you end up staying and finishing in that alternative school, or do you go back to public school?
I had to do 90 days at Excel. Went back to I went to Evans High School, and they kicked me out of Evans, and then I had to end up going to West Oaks.
What were you getting kicked out for?
The first time I got kicked out, it was on some other shit in the cafeteria. Like shit went missing, like a whole lot of save devices and shit went missing. So I got expelled for that. Came back and got expelled for some whole other shit. I think, I don't remember what, but I got expelled. They told me I couldn't come back.
I see. So that last school that you mentioned, I think you said Evans?
West Oaks.
Oh, West Oaks.
Yeah.
That was an alternative school?
No, that was a little, you could say a ghetto private school.
Now, when stuff like this happens, right, you get expelled a couple times, streets, you're a bad kid, whatever. Sometimes kids with this type of description, they quit, they drop out.
Yeah.
What got you to finish and at least...
Drop out. Bitch, that's where all the hoes at. The hoes at school. Bitch, my dog, them at school. Even if I'm going to school, I ain't doing shit, I'm still here. I'm just there to be there. Like, going to school for lunch and PE, I'm hanging out. We smoking before school, after school. Bitch, we leaving school at third period, second period, we out of there. Hanging out.
When it comes to girls, how young were you when you lost your virginity?
Hey, right now I'm a certified smacker. I'm a real sniper game. I'm a lizard, but look, I was in like 8th grade. Yeah, I was in like 8th grade.
Back then, were boys losing their virginity at that time, or were they losing it younger than that, or?
Yeah, way younger than that. I know niggas who did something way younger than that. I just, when I really started feeling myself, like, oh yeah, I can do something. I can shake something now.
Do you remember who you lost it to? Do you remember that moment?
Yeah.
Can you take us back to that moment, how it happened?
Man, I was on the bus with the little leaving on school. And we got a little minute on the way getting home from school. You know, they take everybody home all around town. I'm just feeling on the bitch. The little bitch let me feel on her. Bitch, we get our bus stop now. We get off the bus. I'm asking them to go to her house. She ain't on it though, cause her people's like on some whole fuck shit. You know, Zoes don't really play that. Like, Haitian people ain't on that. So we can't go to my house. Everybody there. Bitch, it's always 50 motherfuckers there. Bitch, I duck off with her. Get right. You feel me? After that, I try to let my dog hit. She ain't fuck with me after that.
It was over.
It was over.
Now, did you know you were gonna lose your virginity that day?
Nah, that's why I ain't gonna lie, I was a little excited. You feel me? So I ain't, boy, I was happier than a bear.
You think she was a virgin too, or no?
Yeah, she was a virgin. She told me she was a virgin.
But there were no thoughts on becoming girlfriend and boyfriend with this
Nah.
relationship.
Hell no. Not if I was trying to let my dog hit.
Now, your first time,
Yeah.
did you use protection?
Nah. No Jimmy Knight. I jumped in that bitch. Brrr.
Now, did this stuff worry you? Did teen pregnancy, did STDs, did stuff like...
I knew she was a virgin, so I wasn't worried about getting burnt or nothing. And then jits. I wasn't worried about no jits, man. You know, we got plan Bs and shit. God forgive me for saying that, but I wasn't really worried about no jits. I don't think my shit was shooting that hard yet. I was still shooting out water and shit.
We've heard news stories where, you know, kids get pregnant
Well,
pretty young.
I just heard about an 11-year-old getting pregnant, and in her state, it's illegal to have an abortion, so she gotta have a baby. That's fucked up.
Stuff happens.
That's crazy.
I don't know the statistics on how often this happens
Yeah.
with the different ages, but we've seen these news stories happen.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to your family, okay, you were 10 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
You were number 6 on the ladder on your mom's side.
Yeah.
Somebody watching this, that many kids around, boys and girls, sisters, brothers, any advice there? Having to deal with a lot of siblings in the same household. What do you tell
Fight
somebody?
their ass. Nah, don't just play. Don't fight your brothers and sisters. That's what we did coming up though. Oh, I think we so tough and so motherfucking trenched out, but that shit just fun. Like, your brothers and sisters ain't nothing like them. Like, you gotta have a love, one love for their ass. Like, ain't gonna never be nothing like them. Your friends know none of that.
Speaking of news stories, sometimes people fight siblings and it gets a little too rough and bad things can happen.
Yeah.
Accidents
seen
can
it happen.
happen.
I done seen some wild, my two brothers fighting, drew down on each other type shit. Crazy shit.
That's dangerous.
Dangerous. That shit, that's the type of shit that go on, average hood shit.
Anybody else aside you do music in your family?
My cousin them used to do music. They had a little flame and buzz to it. They just ain't never had no buzz or push towards it, you feel me?
Did you collaborate with them or you were too young?
I got some old songs with them, but like in their stages, in their days, nah. I was just always in their videos.
Was it a competitive or supportive atmosphere with your cousins that did music?
Now?
Or back then, when they were making music and you were playing with music, was it a supportive atmosphere?
It was supportive.
Okay.
My people, my family was supportive.
What does your family think about your music career at this point?
They loving it. Everybody's telling me I'm the one. But then again, you gotta seek through all that fake shit and look through that shit, like, cause a lot of that shit went from here from the start. So all that shit that's getting shown now, you'll know when it's fake and when it's real. But my real people, I know that they fuck with me and they proud of me of what I'm doing right now.
What about mom? Was she supportive?
Yeah.
Right away, or did she have to warm up to
Through
it?
every step. She warmed up a little piece. Cause at first she thought this rapping shit was so dangerous. Like doing everything, taking steps with it, getting out there and learning new shit, learning new people, getting to see everything. But once she grasped on to see like, oh yeah, my son finna be a star, like he got it. She tell me every day like, I'm proud of you, I pray for you. You feel me? Keep me uplifted and shit.
What do you think was the turning point when she saw you becoming this star? What do you think when she finally became supportive? What moment was that?
When she seen like 2 videos of my shows. I showed her when I was at our house. I showed her 2 videos of my shows and like the crowd reactions. She was just like, what the fuck?
Speaking of shows, has she ever seen you perform live yet herself?
I'm gonna take her to like a big show, big platform. I don't want to take her to hostile environments and shit. Like, nah.
Now, she is supportive of the music career choice.
Yeah.
What about the actual music? What does she think about your actual music?
She like it. She just called me the other day talking about, I'm looking for a bitch who can match me. I went to laugh. That's the latest song I just dropped. So she was happy to see that it was out and she liked it, like telling me it got a good flow and I look good in it and all. Like, you know, What mothers do.
What about the cussing?
She say, I'm grown, I can do what the fuck I want to.
When it comes to mom, when it comes to maybe even grandma, best advice either of them have ever given you at this point?
Everybody ain't your friend. That's the realest shit I could have ever got from them. And being myself, just be yourself. That's the best advice I got from them.
Following these advices today?
Yeah, hell yeah. Being myself 24/7. You always gonna see me being myself. You don't let everybody in. No more like, you gotta really know me to fuck with me. Like, I ain't finna just fuck with you, just like, off scrimp, hell no. That's where shit go left.
What about this friend, right? You said everybody ain't your friend. How does one determine whether one's a true friend or not? Are there hints? Are there signals?
The way they envy you. Certain ways niggas look at you. Certain ways niggas act around you. A lot of shit you could tell. You'll feel it too, like the bad energy and the fucked up spirits around you, like. And you be catching yourself like, what the fuck is this going on, like, around me? And it really be them niggas around you.
Have you ever been mistaken on any of these feelings or these spirits? Like, did you think maybe a friend wasn't a friend, but actually they proved you wrong?
Hell no. Any nigga that ever crossed me or say or think they ever got over on me, it's fuck 'em, man. We ain't friends no more.
It's a zero tolerance policy with you? One cross, it's over?
Yeah, but I stay in my lane, CC. I ain't the tough guy. I don't go look for trouble and, oh, bitch, I'ma shoot you in your face. Nah, just don't get my timing wrong and just let me do my thing, let me stay in my lane.
I know some people, they can make mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? Do you ever give somebody a second chance to redeem themselves?
Plenty of times. After that second chance, you fuck up. It's fuck it all the way. Like, ain't no more coming back after that. Like, you're dead to me.